Hey, what's up guys, this is DJ. Welcome back to the channel. We got some new and updated mods that were released on the mod hub for Farm Sim 22, and today we're going to talk about them. For all platforms, we have 11 new and 9 updates. PC Mac players got 1 new and 1 update. There's 22 mods in all today. We're going to go over everything that's brand new, show you how to use it, and we'll also go over every single mod that got an update. That way, you know what's changed. All right, let's start off today with some new ones for all platforms, and the Soaring Iglu is finally here, the SA30 drive-over conveyor. This is a conveyor belt that you place down, and then this little end right here that you guys see, that's going to go wherever your auger is. So it'll take your grain or whatever you're dumping and then put it into your auger and then into your bin. You don't have to load it up straight from the bottom anymore. Nothing like that. This is also pretty cool. It's got some interesting features. One of the things is if you unfold the wheels, pretty much makes it unmovable. So that's kind of neat. It can be moved with a truck or an ATV, and then I'm automatically raising flaps when the grain enters the conveyor. So let's check it out. So here we are. We've got it in the game. I've got my Kubota little sidekick right here. Let's go ahead and grab it. It raises itself up whenever you hook up to it, which is very, very nice. And we'll drag it over here. I've got a little scenario set up. Of course, you could use this with bins, things like that, but I'm just going from one trailer to another to make it easy on us today. So what we'll do is we'll take this and kind of bring it around here and put it about right. Yeah, that'll work. We'll drop it down, let it go, pull away. We don't need that tractor anymore. Let's jump in here, and first thing we need to do, start up the engine. So now that the engine is started, we can fold it up as well. We've got it in a good place. So we'll go ahead and maybe, turned it off again. Sure did. You can go side to side with this. So if you guys are curious, you can go a little side to side if you're pressing the gas or doing something like that. So that's kind of cool. Very nice, very nice, very neat as well. But I think we're good. So we're just going to leave it here. You can also do minimal movements if you fold in the wheels. It's kind of nice. So we've got that. We've got that. Let's go and turn this on. That is working. Perfect. Now, let's get in here. I've got a bunch of wheat that I need to get out of here. Normally, I would have to maneuver all of this and get the auger real close to the bottom or just give up and go for a silo, right? Well, not today. We just drive over this. You get to the point. You get your unload, we unload it, boom, boom, boom. And you can move everything just fine. Now, these trailers have a pretty massive movement. We're using Venom's mods that came out yesterday, the Wilson trailers. But as you can see, everything's working just fine. Everything's working good. And the capacity is going in fairly quickly. So there's 1,000. It's moving fast. It's moving real fast. What do you guys think of the Soaring Iglu? This is pretty cool, man. Next, we have the Eurospand SolcoAir David Fruit. This is a very, very interesting pack. You could use this with just about any scenario you want. So we've got a smaller little subsoiler here. This could be used in your vineyards. We've also got it to where you can put something on the back of it, like this. Absolutely. You can also use this just on a tractor. You got a 12 meter working with at 11 miles per hour on there. You can also throw up some extra sidewalls and add from 600 to 800 kilograms. And then you can even go up to 1,000 kilograms. Tank color, you can change that up however you like. We do have sidewall colors for the top. And the PTO, you can change that color up too. Now, one of the neat things with this is it's ideal for subsoiler fertilization in your vineyards, but you can also use this in your fields as well. So you can use this to make maybe tram lines if you want in a regular field, or you can use this to fertilize in a regular field. There's a lot of interesting things here, and definitely go into your mod hub and check out the screenshots that they've shown off from this. It may give you some ideas. Next, we have the Lizard T507-6. This is a slurry tank, so it's slurry or digestate, 5,000 liters of it. I do believe a few days ago we got a branded version of this. If I'm not mistaken, it is from JMZ. I'm just going around in circles right now trying to find it. Yeah, it's the Pomot T507 that they released a few days ago. This is for all platforms. 53 horsepower required, 9 meters spread at 10 miles an hour. Wheel brands, we have Roderston, we also have BKT, Trelleborg, Michelin, and Nokian tires. Fenders, we got a couple different options there. You take them off completely. The pipe, you can have yeah or Decals, you could throw all kinds of decals on there or make it completely blank. We have the crust sticker as well, which is on the very back. Main color, you can change this up. That's going to be the body, or the frame rather. You can change up the front motor. You can change up the color of the pipe, and even the rim colors. You got a lot of options through this. When I mentioned this when we was showing it off for PC and Mac players, I said, kind of like this. This is great. Same thing for all platform mod. Next, we have a pair of mods, the Irish Slurry pack from Fast Farming. Now, I figured we would be getting these later, but we have gotten them now. 5.9 thousand liter capacity version and a 9.1 thousand liter capacity version. Otherwise, everything's kind of identical, other than how much they weigh and how much horsepower they require, other than the capacity, of course. So we'll just show off the largest one because, again, same customization options. It's got a 13 meter working width and 9 miles an hour. Same for the smaller version. Wheels include Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, Vredestein tires. We have designs of putting a slurry hose on there or not. Decals, you can throw a lizard decal on there. And we've got a couple different more lizard decals on the very top. Main color, we've got a couple custom colors, plus all your base game colors, and then we have the same thing for design as well. No rim color on here, though. Next up from EY Modding, I think another mod that passed the first time around, the John Deere 110 12-foot disc. This is a disc harrow, and it features like such in the game as well. No customization, but we do have some nice feature sets here. 80 horsepower, 3.7 meter working width, 11 miles per hour. It's got the I1 wheels, whatever that means. This is going to be a really cool tractor, or a really cool thing to use with maybe some older John Deere tractors. Definitely a good place to like swap out a base game cultivator, and then use this with one of the John Deere tractors that we got, either the 7810 or the 4755. This would be a great addition. Next is the Lizard ProCult cultivator. There's two cultivators in here. One's got a roller on the back of it, and one does not. Otherwise, they're both exactly the same, minus how much they weigh, how much horsepower they require. We're just going to take a look at the version without the roller today. 70 horsepower required, 4 meter working width at 9 miles per hour, and every single color is available. So if you want to go with John Deere colors, go with John Deere colors. If you want case colors, go with case colors. They're all there. Next, we have the fuel barrel. This is used to transport and store diesel to supply the machines in your fields. There's not a whole lot to this one. 180 liter capacity, and it weighs 191 kilograms. Your pump, you could put one yes or no, though I just believe that's decoration. And then we've got a couple different colors to choose from. A couple blues, we've got a black in there, a very vibrant red, all kinds of stuff. Just choose the one that works for you. I do believe you could strap this down as well. It basically works as a pallet would. And moving over to some placeables. First is the Fieldshelter. This is a Fieldshelter for storing bales, but I can also store as a storage facility for equipment. It's going to cost you $7,000, and it does have a little ba-boom area, so it will be raised up. However, once you delete it, like nothing was ever there. And we've got another one for you. This is the old rusty shed, 25 by 13. It's an old rust-covered shed. Good choice for storing machinery or crops. It's going to be 25 by 13 by 6. Cost is $14,500. Daily maintenance is $15 per day, so not too bad at all. Inside, we've got some little things here and there. I do like that they put stuff in here like that. Makes it feel a little bit older than it should. Perfect. Next to last new one for all platforms today is the large outdoor sheep pasture. It's going to cost you $36,000. Holds 500 head of sheep. Yes, 500. Thank goodness. $40 upkeep per day. It'll do 8 wool pallets, but just put down one of 82 Studios global goods pallets, and it'll hold like 200,000 liters, so you're good there. Water capacity is 15,000 liters, and food capacity is 30,000 liters, meaning you're probably going to have to fill them up once a day, if not twice a day. It is absolutely massive. We do have a door here at the very front. Open that up, and then we've got a place right here where you can get your lambs. You can kind of ignore the goat stuff because I got a mod installed that I have to show off here in just a second for PC players. And lastly, today we have the placeable wall lights. So we can actually come in here and put some lights down. We got a couple different sets here. We even have adjustable heights on them. So don't be putting them in and being like, well, it goes up, but it doesn't look good. It's because they're different heights, man. And even right here, this building's actually way too tall to actually put a light there. So that just didn't work at all. We have multiple different settings, multiple different sizes. Did I say settings? I just meant multiple different sizes. Plus, one cool thing, check this out. So we have placement blocks that you could just place on top of each other, like so. And if you're trying to put something or stack something on top, like make a light look good, for example, maybe this one right here, and it just doesn't look quite good enough. Well, you could put those placements there and do like that. Maybe it's inside of a wall or something like that, but nonetheless, it works if it works. Am I right? Yeah. Once you've got the placement block where you want it, go in here simply and delete the placement block, like so, and then you'll have a light that is just suspended. You can do this if you want to. You don't have to, man, but it's cool. I still got to go through and delete everything anyway. I got to show you guys something awesome. All right, jumping over to our mod updates for all platforms. First one's the John Deere 4755 version 103. Front tracks have been added, bucket with matching colors and optional capacity, minor adjustments to the XML, and new working lights. If you guys are curious, this is the one that is absolutely ridiculous by none other than Ridiculous Dominic. So these front tracks are going to be added to the Lizard tire setup. So when you go in here, of course, we've got a regular set, we got that crawler track in the back, and now we have crawler tracks in the front. But if you want them to match, well, I believe we can get them close-ish. Yeah, right there at the very end, we can get them close-ish there or all the way. So you basically got, what are those, the RX tracks, but you got them on a 4755. Pretty sure the guys at John Deere never thought this would be a thing, but it is. I love it. We've also got configurations for an all-but universal bucket. So 1,000 liter capacity, or you can extend it to 2,000, or you can do the Unreal at 20,000. We also have a full color palette. Tell me it's toothpaste. I love it. Secondly, we have the Lizard LZ25 version 1001. Default color has been changed, logos have been changed, and replaced the chain animation. Our next update for all platforms is the 53-foot drop deck trailer Autoload bales from Mack Trucker 921. One of the best. This is version 2 of the mod. They've removed the need to have multiple trailers to load various bales. Now one trailer will load all the bales in the game, like the update that we got a few days ago. He's also added the ability to autoload Hessian bales. That is a capacity of 40, which is massive. Also adjusted the unrealistic fill capacity discharge rates for the dump trailers and the tank trailer configurations. They should unload faster now. Reconfigured the color configurations, not only show when needed, they also fix color configurations not showing the correct prices. And an update to the small flatbed autoload trailer, also for Mack Trucker 921, and this is basically the same thing. They've completely reworked the auto-loading bale feature to be able to auto-load all bales, including all of the bales from the selectable bale capacity mod from the same trailer. Also, no need for multiple trailers anymore. New updated bale capacities are 150 small square bales, that's the 1.2 meter conventional bales. They also have 20 of the 1.8 meter square, 18 of the 2.2 meter square, 16 of the 2.4 meter square, and 18 of the 125, 14 of the 1.5, and 14 of the 1.8. It'll also hold 3 round cotton bales or 1 square cotton bale. And we have some other changes as well. You can see there's a pretty long list, at least on this one. Replace the strobe lights with custom modeled ones, added real lights to the strobe lights so they will reflect off of the surroundings, added additional configurations, and added support for the FS22 Universal Autoload mod. Again, it's not required for bale autoloading to work, however, for pallets or logs to autoload, you will need that mod installed. And of course, if you guys are on PC, you can go through and read all of that to know exactly how it works, but it's pretty much like everything else. Oh, and they've added gamepad button controls and dedicated keyboard and mouse controls to adjust the gooseneck and front pin hitches. They added a rear hydraulic hose and electrical wire connection to the rear of the trailer, added the ability to auto-load Hessian bales with a capacity of 10. Oh my goodness, what an update. Next one's going to be the Hessian Farm mod version 1001. Bought with farmland equals true has been added to all XML. Next up is the self-marketing mod for Farmer 5 Tom version 101. Very large cells gap now accessible. Added bell triggers in the large and very large stall to be able to sell straw, not only loose but in bales now too. Added the possibility to rename all the stalls. It's especially important in multiplayer in order to be able to assign them clearly. And they've added the possibility to sell straw and hay at the large stalls. Next up, we have the BR Small Shed version 1.1. Mapping and textures have been redone for better appearance of the sheds. A new shed model has been added, and the tours are now on both sides of the shed to make it easier to maneuver with your machines. Next to last update for all platforms is the water tanks from DH Modding version 1.1. The objects have been remodeled and the textures have been updated, as well as new tank models which have been added. And your last mod update for all platforms today is going to be Hagenstedt Hagenstedt. This is version 101. Adjusted oil stain texture, added platinum expansion products in the dock and port, fixed sale of chips, and added new functional bale and straw storage to 2 original sheds. They do say no new save game is required. All right, jumping over to PC and Mac mods. First one, well, the only new one. This dropped super early this morning. It's called the Calf Iglu. Yo, check this out. So we can basically put any kind of calf in here or cow that we want. It does require the enhanced animal system by Chisel, so make sure you do that. You're probably going to want to just put in a calf like that. There you go. So now we've got a little calf in there. It is basically just a pasture, more or less, for one. You can open this up. No, they don't run away or anything when you open it up, but you can clean them out because they're going to produce manure. So you're going to need to open this up. They also have food. You can feed them with a bucket, bales, dump stuff in there, whatever you want. I am curious to see what a full-grown cow looks like in here. I don't know if you can. Yep, that doesn't look right, does it? These are purchased individually. You should also probably go with the Model I Shirt mod, the more animal enclosures. I think you can only put down, what, 10, 12, something like that. With this, a few more. Just a few more. You can put down 64. And I think I've even got a mod down where it just says, like, oh, you want unlimited? Sure, whatever. You get these pretty close as well, especially if you're using free build. So just be careful about how close you get them, because you will get them kind of close enough to where you can't open up to get one open for manure and stuff. So just heads up. Ooh, I could just run through and do this. All right, well, maybe you can do this, but don't get a full-size cow. Poor thing. And your one mod update for PC and Mac players today. Tool Height Control additional features. This is version 1001. Improved the Lua script. Well, that is it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like. Get subscribed if you do. And join the DjGoHam fam. Make sure those notification bells are on as well. That way, you never miss daily farming simulator videos like this one here on the channel. We also dropped Farm Sim news a little bit earlier today, so go check that out if you haven't seen it already. We showed off a little bit more about the Rudimore map process. We have a new Zader heading our way. And we even showed off a little bit more of the John Deere tow track. It's insane. Just go watch the news video. All right. Hope you have a good one. We'll see you later. Peace.